power of walking away from a man. When it comes to dating, few things are more off-putting than a guy who sends mixed signals. He tells you he wants to take things slowly, then bombards you with texts and phone calls every day. And when you're ready to leave, he'll lavish you with love. At the very least, you want to know where he stands so that you can make the best decision possible. But he won't even give you that. You need to stop wasting your time. Here are 10 reasons why it is powerful to walk away from a man. 10. You're clearing the way for someone better. When you walk away from someone unable to commit, you will realize that you are making room for someone better. You'll be making room for someone who is ready to commit and has been waiting for you. And when you make room for them, they will make room for you. Who knows how long they have been waiting for you to get rid of this uncommitted man so they can finally enter your life. 9. You will not be perplexed. If you walk away from someone unable to commit, you will realize that you are not in any situation over which you have no control. You will no longer have to ask yourself 1,000 questions every day. You won't have to wonder, why am I here? And what do I desire? Or worse, what am I doing with this man? Or if you do, you won't sound bitter as you ask yourself those questions. You will realize that you are not lost. You recently had a bad experience and are now looking for a relationship that is both functional and compatible with your values. You do not need to make any adjustments. 8. You won't have to put up with their nonsense any longer. Dealing with a guy who can't seem to commit or decide on anything is bound to be a frustrating and dramatic experience. Step away from all of that, and you'll find yourself away from the drama. You won't have to deal with a guy who wants to be in a relationship but isn't ready for one because he's too immature or his inability to commit has led him to believe he isn't. You'll be able to leave him and move on with your life without having to deal with his drama. 7. You will not waste any more time. Time is one of your most valuable resources. You only have so much of it, and there are only so many people you can give it to. You may believe that wasting time with someone who can't commit is acceptable because you aren't wasting that much time anyway. However, once you're out of the situation and alone, you'll realize that every second counts and that you could have spent your time more wisely. 6. Your self-esteem will significantly improve. When you walk away from someone unable to commit, you will realize that you have control over your happiness. You don't need a guy to make you feel good about yourself. You'll be able to look after yourself. You won't have to beg guys for things, and when they do, it won't feel like a privilege. It will simply be what you desire and deserve. 5. Your perspectives on love and relationships will improve. We're constantly attempting to define what love is. If you're only exposed to love that feels like a lot of work, like you have to beg for it, like it's forced, you think that's how love should be. You'll become cynical and bitter about relationships and how you perceive them. You might even consider giving up on love entirely. When you walk away from someone unable to commit, you will gain a whole new perspective on love and what it truly means to be in a healthy relationship. 4. You will overcome your fear of being alone. If you walk away from someone who can't commit, all of the worries that come with being in a relationship will eventually fade away. Fear is one of the reasons we cling to someone. When we decide to walk away, it's as if we're saying that it is preferable to be alone than unhappy. And that is one of the most wonderful feelings in the world, my friend. It's you looking your fears in the eyes and declaring that you're no longer afraid. 3. You'll have more room for other types of love. When you walk away from someone unable to commit, you will realize that there is so much more to love than simply being in a relationship. After all, what is a relationship if not an agreement to insult each other and do things together? The relationship isn't inherently romantic. Love is defined by what you do together, regardless of your relationship status. And when you do, you'll see that there are other ways to express love than simply declaring commitment. Things like giving gifts and being there for one another come to mind. 2. You'll be pleased with yourself for making a wise choice. Nothing is more empowering than walking away from someone or something that is clearly not serving you well. Guys who are unwilling to commit are frequently unwilling to commit because they are not ready to commit in the first place. So why would you give them that much of your time? You'll feel better about yourself after you walk away. You'll realize how attractive you are and that the relationship wasn't meant to be. 1. It's your way of proving to yourself that it was their loss and not yours. Because of our insecurities, we can become overly attached to someone. We're afraid that no one else decent will be interested in us. But that's just your imagination, that anxious voice in your head trying to overshadow your confidence. In the end, you'll realize how much time you squandered simply because you believe you're not good enough. You are adequate. It's their loss if you walk away when a man clearly does not want to commit. If you stay even though it's clear that he won't change his mind about you, you'll be the one who suffers. You should leave someone who can't commit because you deserve to be in a relationship with someone who is. If he can't commit, he's not ready for a relationship, which is perfectly fine. If he's not ready for a relationship with you, he will not be ready for one with anyone else, so it makes no difference whether he has the potential to be committed or not. There you have it. As always, thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to see more content like this.